Previously on Horrible Film Recaps.
Come on now, honey. Jethro's been nothing but good to us.
I don't care what you say. Your brother is a pig!
Really? You went there?
I thought I told you to stay away from Dr. Avocado.
And now on to our feature presentation.
This guy would rather free fall to his death than stay on that plane. But that's what you get for flying Spirit Airlines. He is being so loud that he wakes up someone sleeping on the beach. He's like, "You woke me up, dude." And he does that thing you do when someone rudely interrupts your nap time. They stop running because this dude wants to see the cool pointy stick that other dude is carrying. Scratch that. He wants to dance. Dude number 2 tries to stab him, but apparently he's never faced off against the hot stepper. He grabs the sword by the blade, which is stupid, because that tends to be the sharpest part. Suddenly a wild knife appears. It tries to stab the man, but his friend is there to hold it back. And now we introduce the hero of our story. Rapey. And we transition to the title sequence. The title of the movie is Kong Skull Island. It's called Skull Island because the island of fluffy bunnies and puppies was already trademarked. An older, slimmer Dan Connor from the 1988 ABC sitcom Roseanne shows up to this recap in a taxi. He is joined by Roger Thomas, a.k.a. Raj from the 1970s ABC sitcom What's Happening, and its 1985 sequel series, What's Happening Now. They are upset because the Horrible Film Recaps producers were too cheap to rent them a limo. They are also forced to watch horrible film commercials.
Try my new Nixon Squishins, now available in vanilla and trash juice.
They try to get out of the recap, but the bosses tell them no. Nick Fury takes a breather and reminisces about his family. He looks at all the rewards they earned for rescuing the princess. Johnny Quid sees this and immediately asks, "Who are you and what are you doing in my office?" And Loki pays for billiards lessons, but just can't seem to get the hang of the game. Meanwhile, at the photomat, this poor woman has to answer the phone by saying they have been out of business since the 90s. Here we see Captain Marvel giving Nick Fury a list of all the things wrong with Secret Invasion. Gabe Kaplan shows the crew exactly where Donkey Kong is hiding. These chopper Madelis fly headfirst into Snoop Dogg's backyard. The cloud of supreme dankness gets the chopper instruments nicely baked. Luckily, it has the same effect on the USS Reliant. The choppers emerge unscathed from Snoop Dogg and Khan's wild ride. Sadly, the Reliant didn't fare as well. Neither did her Captain Khan. And Nick Fury's all like,
Am I back in Jurassic Park? Motherfucker!
They spy some ordinary deer, but these ain't no ordinary deer. These deer go boom. Mister, I think explosions are cool, thinks these explosions are cool. This dude enjoys watching animals suffer, which pisses off Treebeard. Dan Connor asks if the giant ape can show more skin. These choppers are now ready to engage in some guerrilla warfare. Kong is all like, "Oh no, bees!" He realizes the chopper is defective and tries to save it, but his efforts were in vain. Kong warns this person of the dangers of texting and flying, but does he listen? Heavens no. This dude's just a terrible pilot. This crazy fool obviously ignored the remain seated while the vehicle is crashing signs. Nick Fury's all like,
I have had it with these motherflurking apes on this motherflurking plane. And when I say plane, I don't mean the type that fly in the air. I am referring to the word plane as in a geographical feature.
This fireball represents their feelings towards each other. And Loki thinks to himself, I hate to see you go, but I'd just love to watch you leave. After a long day, Nick takes a seat next to his least favorite person. Dan Connor asks if he wants to hear a joke. What do you call a monkey with a stick of dynamite? He asks. A baboom. Meanwhile, Loki leads his friends through Oregon to show them a dead body. They come across a semi-aquatic land mammal. The easily scared Jenkins pulls his blaster.
I've a deep-seated fear of semi-aquatic land mammals.
Loki grabs his gun and tells him to leave Gary alone.
Sup, dudes?
Nick tells these soldiers that he didn't bring enough helmets, so someone's gonna have to go hatless. This man stops to marvel at the majestic beauty of nature. Kong looks on in disappointment, but at least now he knows why the calamari tastes funny. Meanwhile, at Disneyland, Skull Island, these tourists are treated to one of those magic eye picture shows, which sadly William still cannot see. Knee-deep in Ecto-Cooler, this soldier wonders why the liquid keeps getting warmer. And Captain Marvel here wastes no time in gathering souls so she can finally pay off her debt. Later, she finds Gary resting under a helicopter.
Sup, dude?
She decides to be a pal and lifts it off him. It flies gracefully through the air. The crowd watched in amazement until it landed on a school. Kong lets Captain Marvel know that he's had it with her shenanigans. Meanwhile, Nick Fury and company continue on their quest to track down a gigantic Tom Hanks. Johnny Quid decides to listen to some music when he is rudely interrupted.
Hello there! Could you change the radio to Fox News?
Johnny offers a counter-proposal. While on the boat tour, Gabe Kaplan tries to enjoy some free flying lessons. Well, he would if he had wings instead of these damn arms. I want to go next, exclaims Raj. So Dan Connor and Roger Thomas congratulate each other on their sitcom success. Yes, I am aware that Dan Connor died earlier in the recap, but have you considered shutting up? There's a bunch of people still alive at this time, so we need to thin out the cast a bit. And you may be asking yourself how we can accomplish this? It's a very simple answer. Explosions! And Dan Connor accidentally steals his own soul. If you're wondering how Carol Danvers is going to live through this, fear not. She's got help. Scratch that, her helpers are idiots. Stupid dino riders. And Johnny Blaze here's all like, look at me, I control the fire. Oh, look, Johnny Dumbass accidentally ignites these cans of lizard squishins, now available in coconut and toxic gas. Don't worry, our lawyers say it's perfectly safe. As for what happened to our beloved heroes, they're dead. They're all dead. Can I go now?
This concludes the movie recap.
I thought this movie was about Donkey Kong, but no! It's about some random gorilla living on an island, and I absolutely hate random gorillas living on islands. Now go away and leave me alone!
If you enjoy our nonsensical rambling, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you for watching.